Hey ladies and gentlemen, Richard Kenobi here, and I'm back again for another review, and today we have The Flash, Season 2, Episode 1. Now, if you have not seen this episode, I urge you to click out and go watch it, because spoilers are incoming. Alright, you ready? Let's go. So of course this episode picks up right where the last one left off. We see it takes place 6 months after the season finale, everything's fine. Even though Team Flash has broke off, and Barry is choosing to do this whole lone hero thing by himself because he doesn't want to put others at risk. So of course, we see that Caitlin is working for Dr. Tina McGee. Cisco is helping Joe with his metahuman task force by making him weapons and devices. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So of course, their Central City is about to have their event called Flash Day to celebrate the Flash saving them 6 months ago from that catastrophe. So of course, Barry is not that eager to go, even though his friends tell him, you gotta go. But, Iris goes over to visit him, which we find out Barry has been repairing all the shops that were destroyed in the season finale secretly, while no one's knowing about it. So of course, she tells him, how much the Flash means to her and the people. So of course, we see that he has a flashback, to that event, and we see that the wormhole is just going out of control. And then of course, we see, Barry still running around, he's stabilizing it, but it's still not closing. So of course, Dr. Stein comes up with the idea that something has to separate it so it could close it. And of course, he means Firestorm. So Caitlin doesn't want Ronnie to go, but he has to go. So of course we see that Firestorm flies into the hole, and he separates himself. And of course, it closes, and everything's fine. But Ronnie has disappeared and is gone. And Dr. Stein is safe, so yes. So now we see that, so now we see why, how Barry is so upset and why he wants to do this on his own. So, of course, we get to the Flash Day. Sorry, folks. Eyes are hurting a little bit. So, anyway, yes, we get to the Flash Day, and we see that the mayor is about to give Barry the key to the city. But, of course, the Flash doesn't show up. At least it looks like it. But then he shows up, and everyone starts cheering and clapping and saying, Flash, Flash, Flash. They're all wearing Flash t-shirts. They have lightning bolts, little foam lightning bolt sticks. Everybody is just celebrating. So, of course, right when he's about to accept the key, that's when we see Atom Smasher throws a hot dog cart at him, sorry. Now, for those of you who don't know who Atom Smasher is, he was a character, a hero in the comics and in the Justice League Unlimited show who had the power to grow his body to giant size. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But here, he's a villain, and he was sent to kill the Flash by Professor Zoom, and if he killed him, he would send him home. So, yes. But anyway, so of course, we see that Barry can't take him down. Joe and the police try to take him down with bullets, but it doesn't work. And then, of course, we see Cisco use one of his inventions to take him down. But then that doesn't work. So, of course, Cisco has a flashback of some kind. So, of course, Barry throws propane tanks at him, and Joe shoots him, and then he gets away. So, yeah. So anyway, after that, we cut back to that, and we see that, Barry's just going through a lot, and of course, Cisco goes to Caitlin to have her figure out something, and then of course, we see that Dr. Wells' lawyer comes to visit Barry and has given him his last will and testament on a flash drive, and that he has given him the Star Labs building. And of course, Barry doesn't want to watch it. So of course, after that, we see that, he sees a security breach at Star Labs, and we see that, Team Flash is back and running, even though Barry doesn't want them there. He doesn't want to endanger them. And, Joe tells him, you have to let them help you. It's been 6 months. You need them. And of course, he tracks him to this abandoned station. And then we see them fight again, but, it's just no use. Barry cannot take him down. So, of course, he just barely makes it out of there alive. And then, of course, he goes over to Star Labs, and he passes out, and he has a dream where, when he was a kid, that he's at Joe's, and, he doesn't want to eat, and he's still upset of what he lost. And then we cut back, and then we see, that they're talking, and then he goes over to Caitlin and talks to her and tells her, he's sorry, he thinks it's his fault, but she says, no, it's not. You did all you could. You did all you could. It's my fault, because I wish I would have gone with him, to get out of the city. So, yeah. So, of course, he tells her about the flash drive, about Dr. Wells' last will and testament. Not trying to make puns here. So yeah, they watch it together, and then, Dr. Wells pretty much tells him how he's sorry, and if he's watching this, he's failed and he's dead. And of course he says, we were never truly enemies, Barry, and I'm not the thing you hate the most. And of course, after that, he confesses to the murder of Nora Allen. And that's when Barry is happy, because it's at this time that Dr. Wells, or Eobard Thawne, chooses to at least, because he's kind of right, he was never really Barry's enemy, this Barry's enemy. He was enemies with future Barry, but he practically raised Barry. He was like a second father, a third father to him, I should say. And it was good to see, that little turning point. So, of course, Barry calls Joe, and Joe is speaking to the attorney, and it's enough to get, Barry's father, Henry, out of prison. And, of course, he's out, they celebrate, and, well, before that, he actually finds a way to stop Atom Smasher by giving him so much radiation it would kill him. So, of course, he lures him there to this chamber, and of course, it's too much for him, and then he tells him who sent him. It was Professor Zoom, not Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. This is a different speedster, because Professor Zoom the Professor Zoom title has been taken by a lot of people, but this Zoom is mainly based off of the New 52 version. He's a speed demon, a dangerous speed demon. So, yes. So, of course, he stops him, and then they go to celebrate Henry's party. He's out of jail, but then we find out that Henry is leaving Central City because he pretty much wants to move on with his life. But he tells Barry if he ever needs him, he'll be there for him. So it's a really sad moment. So then we go back to Star Labs, and we see that, Cisco has upgraded the suit. It now has the iconic white emblem. So, yes, but then we also see that they've made improvements to the building. But then, when they say no one can get in, that's when we see Jay Garrick, who actually appeared earlier taking a picture of Barry, and he tells him how his world is in danger, and he will become a new character for the show. So, yeah, guys, overall, oh my goodness, so much to take in. This was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And, I just love seeing these characters back. It really, really was great. And overall, I don't think I can come up with the words to express how great this episode was. So overall, yeah, I would give this episode a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I loved it from beginning to end. And yeah, I can't wait for next week's episode. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this review, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And until then, guys, this is Richard Kenobi saying, may the Force be with you. Later, guys.